Melissa's opportunity cost of 35 donuts is how many units of coffee? So let me rewrite this question in a way that is a little bit more clear. So this question is asking you, what is the opportunity cost for Melissa of 35 donuts? That's really what this question is about. And so what is Melissa's opportunity cost of 35 donuts? That's what it is telling you. Okay. So how do I answer this question? So the way to answer this question is going to be as follows. You gotta remember, and that's in the notes. And if you're doing a cheat sheet, this is the kind of stuff you want to have in there.
Right.
The opportunity cost. Okay, sorry. Before I do, well, let me just write it here. The opportunity cost of the good in the x-axis, meaning the horizontal axis. In the x-axis is the absolute value of the slope. The opportunity cost of the good in the opportunity cost of the good in the y-axis, and I apologize for the handwriting. This is very slippery. In the y-axis is 1 over the slope. So these are the kind of the rules. These are the rules. These two kind of rules are the ones that I need to remember. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the question, and it's talking about donuts. Donuts are on the y-axis. Okay, so what I'm going to do is step 1. I'm gonna get the opportunity. I'm gonna get the slope of the PPF because that's what I need to get the opportunity cost. So get the slope. Okay, well, so I'm gonna look at Melissa, and this H. I know you guys cannot see it. The value of H is, if you look at the bottom here, is 281. The value of Z is 60. Okay, so I'm gonna get the slope of Melissa's PPF. So the slope, the first thing I gotta remember is that it's negative because it's going downhill. So, and it's gonna be the rise over the run. So in this case will be just 281 divided by Z, that is happens to be 60. And I'm going to get that. I'm going to get this calculation. 281 divided by 60. That is 4.68. Okay? That's the slope. Step 2, but remember that this question is asking me the opportunity cost of donut that happens to be on the y-axis. So what I need to do is I need to get 1 over the slope. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So step 2 is get 1 over the slope in absolute value. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the negative sign already because it is asking opportunity cost of good in the y-axis. I know I'm repeating myself, but just to make sure that it's clear. Okay, so I'm gonna do that right here. So it's gonna be 1 over the absolute value of the slope. So 1 over, notice that I'm gonna go ahead and remove the negative sign. Oh, I should have put it right here, negative. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the negative sign. So 4.68. So what is that? 1 divided by 4.68. So this is going to be 0.21367. Okay. Notice that I'm using a lot of decimals. The more decimals you use, the better. The closer your answer is going to be. Okay. So now I got the 1 over the slope. Now my step 3. That's the last step. Is going to be multiply this by the 35 donuts, because this number right here, 0.21, will be the opportunity cost of 1 of one donut. Okay, so now I need to do it multiply by 14. I'm sorry, by 35. By 35. So that's it. So 35 times 0.21367 times 35 gives me 7.48, which this is here. You can tell it's the same. It's only off by centesimals, so obviously it doesn't matter. Just still we can't tell it's correct. And is it because of that? Because of the rounding error. I rounded 4.68. I rounded that. It was really 4.683. So that's why I'm